Okay, so tonight we'll be looking at the two canvases. So I said there are two types of business model canvas we have to look at if you are trying to grow or start a business. So the first one is the lean startup model. Another one is the business model canvas. So I will share my screen to show the two, and then afterwards I would also share the modified one where I have to blend the two together. So let me have this on. So can you see my screen, please? Let me know if you can see my screen in the chat box. Let me know if you can see my screen. Let me know, please. Okay, great. So yeah, so this is the lean canvas. So the lean canvas is supposed to help you, incubate your idea. It is used when you're about to start up your business and you're looking at what you can do, to set your business on the go. So it is like having the due diligence, creating a framework. Like we said, that your business model is a framework that shows how your business creates value, how your business, delivers value, and how your business captures value for the customer. So that is what the lean canvas is all about. And you can see the different elements there. We have the customer segment. That's where it starts from, the customer segment. Then the problem that you are solving for your customers. I'm coming, please. Okay, so the customers, the segments, the problems that the customers have, that you are trying to solve, the solutions that you are providing, the unique value proposition, which is the problem that you are solving, how your product or service is solving, the customer's problem in a unique way, and your fair advantage, that thing that you have that cannot be easily copied or bought, channels to your customers, the key metrics, the cost structure, and the revenue stream. So these are the elements of the lean canvas, for startup. So, and then we have the business model canvas. So if you look at both, you will see that they are almost similar, except for some points of difference. So like both of them are the customer segment, both of them are the value position, both of them are the channels to customer, both of them are the revenue streams, both of them are the cost structure. So the point of difference is in lean canvas, you don't have the key partners. If you check the lean canvas, no key partners there, but you have key partners. So in place of key partners, you have problem for lean canvas. In business model canvas, you have key activities. Here, key activities. Here you have solution, and then in the business model canvas, you have the key resources, and here you have key metrics. So those are the point of difference between the two. So the lean model has problem, solution, and key metrics. While the business model canvas replaces that with key partners, key activities, and key resources. And apart from that, also there's another key difference in that in the lean canvas, you have the unfair advantage. So the unfair advantage in the lean canvas is replaced by customer relationships in your business model canvas. So there are 4 points of difference between the two, which you need to know, as an entrepreneur, so that you have the problems, solution, key metrics for lean canvas, and then you have key partners, key activities, key resources, and then customer relationships for the business model canvas, which are not on the lean canvas. So what we're doing is that we'll look at those points of similarities and difference. So I will start with where you start from, where you're developing your business model is your customer segment. Anytime you develop a business model, you start with the customer segment, because the customer is the focus of your model. The customer is at the center of your business model. Your business model, revolves around the customer. So the customer segment is the group of individuals or the group of businesses that you want to serve. If you are running a B2C model, And that means you are servicing individuals. The customer segment are individuals. If you are servicing groups, maybe companies. So who are your customers? Who are your ideal customers? And the way to start with that is by first profiling the customers. What is customer profiling? Identifying the characteristics of your unique customers, that allow you to create a product that meet their needs. And if you are doing that profiling, there are 3 elements that are important in your profiling. The demographics of the customer. Who are these customers? So in terms of their age range, in terms of their gender, in terms of their socioeconomic status, in terms of their religion, annual income and all of that. Those information are key for you to understand your customer, because you cannot sell to a customer don't know. I'll repeat that again. You cannot sell to a customer that you don't know. So you need to know the customers intimately. And it starts from their demographics. From their demographics, you look at their geographics. Where can you find these customers? Whether online or offline. You need to know where to find them. And I shared an example that if you are looking for professionals, an online platform to reach out to those people, to get those customer segment. Maybe you have a career consultant, like one of my clients, Biolu, who is a career professional, career consultant. She uses the LinkedIn platform to reach her audience, because that is where she can find them online. If you're looking at maybe fashion, and catching up moments, then Instagram may be a platform to find your ideal customers, that customer segment. So your customer segmentation is, once you're able to identify the key characteristics of these customers, you now group them based on their key characteristics, based on what they have in common, because birds of a feather flock together. Customers of the same feather have the same problems. I'll repeat that again. Customers in the same segment, they have the same problem. A typical example of a customer segment to a layman is the traffic, commuters during traffic. Now, you see those guys who are selling gala during traffic, because at that commuters are in the traffic, let's say on Third Mainland Bridge, they're in the traffic, they are sweating, they are tired, they are thirsty. That's a customer segment of hungry and thirsty commuters. So the gala guy comes, the soft drink guy comes and begin to sell to them within that pool, because he was able to aggregate them and know where to find them. Where can I find these people? I can find these people in heavy traffic. So you need to know what characteristics your customers have, and then group those customers with those characteristics. So their demographics, their geographics, and then their psychographics. The psychographics talks about their buying power. Why would these customers buy from you? What are their pain points? What are their desires? What are their needs? What problems are they looking forward to solving? Because anytime a customer comes to you, that customer is coming to you because that he or she wants to solve a problem and he wants to engage your services. So that is you need to identify those key characteristics and list them out. So once you identify them, you can now group them. So you can have a mass market. You can create a product for a mass market. A mass market is no differentiation. A product that can meet everybody. For example, those in the appliances industry, space, niche, TV, radios, they can serve a mass audience. Soft drinks like Coca-Cola serves a mass market, and you can have a niche market. A niche market is where your product is uniquely differentiated for a particular customer segment. For example, we are selling female wears. That is a particular customer segment. For female wears, maybe young, for young females. So that is a customer segment. Or you are selling maybe lipstick. That is a particular customer segment. Or you are in the education space. That is a particular customer segment. Or you are, you are servicing professionals. That is a customer segment. So you need to know who your customer segment, is. And based on the sample we are looking at, I said we are seeing the models of Amazon, Netflix, and Uber. So the customer segment for Amazon are buyers. Buyers. That's the first customer segment. Anybody who is willing to buy, you want to buy anything, you appeal to them. Sellers, you want to sell anything also, you appeal to them. Then developers, software developers. That's why they have their, Amazon Web Services for those developers. So whether you're a buyer, you're a seller, or you're a developer or a business, Then you fall into the customer segment for Amazon. What about Netflix? The customer segment for Netflix are movie lovers. Movie lovers generally. Anybody who loves watching movie, whether you are young, old, middle age, you are their customer segment. Very defined. Then Uber, passengers. That means people who are in need of transportation. This is one customer segment that Uber targets. And then car owners or drivers. So these are the customer segments. So you need to know who your customer segment are, and then articulate them out and put them in your business model canvas. So I'll be doing a bit of combination here. And what I'll be doing is, once you define your customer segment in your lean canvas, you can now see what are the top problems that these customers are going through. You understand? What are the top problems? What are their top 3 problems? So you need to know what their problems are. For example, passengers who want to move from one place to another. Buyers who are struggling with getting things online. That is for Amazon. Movie lovers who want 24-hour, on-demand access to unlimited entertainment. You need to know what the problems of this, customers are. And these problems will be captured under their pain points in their psychographics, in your customer profiling. You can capture it there, and the solutions that you are providing for these customers. So Uber provides an extra source of income for drivers. You need to know the solutions that you are providing for them. And then we'll come back to this now to look at your value position. So once you know the customers, you know their problems and the solutions that you want to provide for them, then the next thing is your value proposition. What is your value proposition? Your value proposition is that problem that your product or service is solving for your customers. What is that problem that your product or service is solving better than the competition? Remember the 4 keywords. Your value proposition must solve the problems better, cheaper, faster, and easier. Those 4 elements are important. Better, faster, cheaper, and easier. For any position to be scalable, it must meet those 4 criteria. So what is the value position? So what is that thing? What is the payoff for the customer? And the value position also talks about why the customer must come to you. Why should I come to you? There are other people, there are other career consultants, there are other restaurants out there, there are other fashion designers out there, there are other coaches out there. Why should I come to you? What makes you different? What is your unique differentiation? So you need to be able to know what that is as a business owner. So it is that key differentiation that sets you apart. Like, for example, now for me, when I pitch my boot camp, I don't tell them, oh, come and just buy this boot camp for me. No. My value position is that if you come into for my services, I can help you build systems that will give you freedom to live your dreams. So I sell freedom. I sell lifestyle. I'm not selling you a product. I'm selling you a lifestyle that allows you, that gives you freedom, to enjoy your money and time without stress while your business is running on autopilot. That is why you should come to me. So what is your unique value proposition? So for Amazon, the unique value proposition for the buyers. So for every segment that you have, you must have the value proposition for that segment. So for Amazon, for example, the value proposition is low price, fast delivery, and wide selection of products. So you can get products at low price, they will deliver fastly and faster, and then you have several options to pick from, and then they also sell convenience. The convenience of you, rather than you going out there to get the product, they bring the product to your doorstep. That is convenience, and everybody wants convenience. Nobody wants stress. What is the value position that Amazon pitches to sellers? Oh, they tell sellers, we have a platform, an online marketplace with access to millions of buyers. So if a customer, you want to reach a wider range of customers, Amazon is the platform to reach millions of sellers. The developers, they tell them we have platform as a service for you, a platform where we can connect retailers, with buyers, and that market pool will provide that platform for you as a software engineer, as a business to leverage on. What is the value position of Netflix? you can watch on-demand entertainment where and when you want it. That is the value proposition. You want to watch on-demand entertainment anytime. You can watch Netflix 2 a.m., 1 a.m., 10 a.m., any time of the day. That is their value proposition. What about for Uber? Uber also has two value proposition, one for the passengers and the other one for the drivers. For the passengers, the value proposition is reliable and convenient transport. If you want reliable transport that you can bank on anytime, and convenient, you come into the car, AC type car, they come to pick you up, you place your ride, they come to your doorstep to pick you up to wherever you want to go, and it's even cheaper. It's cheaper than maybe taking all these yellow cabs. So reliable and convenient transport, you get to wherever it is you are going fresh, without stress. Unlike while you are in mode where you are sweating, people are spitting at you, matching you, and all of that. That is their value position. And what is their value position for the drivers? Additional source of income. As a driver, we can give additional source of income, whatever it is that you are doing. I share my experience where I was in Ibadan, and when I placed a ride, one of the drivers that came was a medical doctor. She's a medical doctor. And I was surprised. I was like, yeah, so she does this during her free period, during her off days. That is extra source of income apart from 9 to 5. Who does not want extra source of income? Everybody wants an extra source of income. That is why you would choose Uber. So after you have defined what your value proposition is, you need to look at the channels. What are the channels to reach these customers? How do you reach these customers? Your channels help you first in creating awareness, because no matter how good your products are, no matter how good your services are, you need to create awareness. People need to know you. If they don't know you, they cannot like you. If they don't like you, they cannot trust you. So the chaotic factor is important. So how do you build channels? What are the different channels that you can reach your customers, whether online? Remember that during your customer profiling, using your geographics, you know where you can find your customers, online or offline. So once you know where you can find them, for example, now I know that most of my customers are on Instagram and on Facebook and even on LinkedIn. So I put my posts even on WhatsApp communities. Yes, I have business WhatsApp communities, different WhatsApp communities where I put my posts, to create awareness about my products and services to these customers. And as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you must not be ashamed of showing up. You must not be ashamed of putting yourself out there. So you can have online platforms, maybe social media platforms, to place your to reach your customers, whether it is also WhatsApp, whether it is even email marketing, or even your website. One way to reach your customer is through your website. As a business owner in this century, you need to have a website for your business. Your website is your international headquarters. Anybody can reach you anywhere on your website. So let's look at these three businesses. For Amazon, their channels to their buyers is the Amazon.com. The Amazon.com is one channel through which Amazon reaches its customers. The Amazon.com and their mobile app. Then what about for sellers? They reach their sellers through affiliates. You have affiliate platforms, where they connect, with these affiliate marketers who come in to sell their products. Then for the developers, they reach them through their Amazon Web Services and their API. API is application programming interface. It's like a software that provides an intermediary where two other parties can connect and do business. So that is how Amazon reaches its customers. Then what about Netflix? Netflix reaches customer through any device, whether it is a mobile phone or a laptop, and then through the Netflix app. You download the Netflix app on your phone, and then you are good to go. Then what about Uber? Uber also reaches its passengers through the Uber app. You have the Uber app, you download it, and then using the app, you can place your order, and all of that. And then their drivers, they reach their drivers, onboard their drivers using their Uber website. You can see the power of the website. All of these three companies, they have their website and their apps. So if you're looking at platforms to reach your customers beyond social media, you also need, because the social media is not your own. It's not your own. Facebook can lock down tomorrow, can close down tomorrow. Instagram can close down tomorrow. So you need to create a platform that is your own. And one of those platforms could be your website, could be a mobile app, and your email channel. You need to create an email list. Also an email list. I'm going to talk more on these things on Saturday. We're having a summit this Saturday that is the 10X Revenue Summit. I'll be talking more on all of these things on Saturday, how you can create sales funnel and all of that. So you need to know the channels to reach your customer. So after that, the next is your customer relationship. So how do you maintain relationship with your customers at 3 different levels? One, relationship for customer acquisition, because that is where your customer relationship starts from. It starts from acquiring a customer, then moving from acquiring a customer to customer retention, because it is easier to sell to an existing customers than to acquire a new one. In fact, research shows that it will cost you 7 times more to get a new customer than it is to retain an existing one. So the best way to go is to retain your customers, and then sales expansion. How do you grow your customer base? So getting the customer is not enough. You need to create a relationship that will allow you measure the temperature of the customers, that will allow you know how your business is doing, that will allow you get feedback. Relationship is nurtured through feedback. So there are different channels you can use, to get that feedback and keep that relationship. One can be through personalized assistance, where you are constantly reaching out to the customer from time to time, whether via call, whether through email marketing, whether through messaging on WhatsApp, just to find out any support that the customer will need. It is important. Whether through one-on-one coaching, you are reaching out to the customers, calling the customers to know how the customer is doing with the product. It could be self-service. Like do it yourself service. Like, for example, now you pay the Amazon, the Uber app yourself. You can operate the app yourself, place your order, and after a ride, you can rate the driver, whether the journey is a 5-star trip or a 4-star trip. So all of this data that you are providing to Uber, they analyze to know how they are doing. So if for example, if a driver keeps getting 1 star, it's a message to them that driver is not doing well. It's a message to them that driver is not giving the customers the delight experience. Don't forget that the delight experience. Your job as a business to delight your customers, to wow the customers, to go above and beyond, to wow the customers, to exceed the customer expectation, to exceed the expectations. So you can only get that feedback through constant communication with the customer. So you can have all of this done using the models by these great companies. Amazon, for example, they use automated self-service support, to get feedback. The same thing with Uber. So once you go, you take a ride, you give them, the feedback. Even if you cancel the ride, you let them know why you canceled the ride. Maybe the driver was rude, or the driver delayed. All of those things help them, give them data to analyze how they are doing, and to also know how to better improve and serve you. And then Uber also uses the self-service review. Yes, if you see all of this app, you will see review there, you will see rating. All of these are feedback system, and then customer support. So that is on customer relationship. So the next element is your revenue stream, which is also common to both. Revenue stream. So revenue stream shows you how you want to capture value. How do you want to capture value? Most times, one of the reasons why businesses are not growing is because business owners don't know how to capture value. You capture value in capital, in money, in monetary form. So you need to create a revenue model. Yes, you are creating value, you are delivering value, but are you capturing enough value? Are you getting enough return on investment for your time, for your energy, for your resources? So you can capture value through one-time sales or through subscription-based. You understand? Through one-time sale, through subscription-based, through asset sales. You can sell, assets. You can sell assets. You can sell your time. You can have subscriptions. These are some of the ways that you can capture, value with your business. So it is important that you understand what your revenue model will be. Are you selling assets, maybe products? You can even have brokerage where you get commission, like some of these affiliate marketers, some of these even payment processing platforms like Paystack, Flutterwave, Seller, they get commission when people use the platform. So these are some of the ways. Even licensing, you can get production licensing. Yes, you can license your product and get the commission. Your intellectual property. You can create license for your digital products. have a copyright on it or even patents, and people will pay you on it. So these are some of the ways we can create revenue for that you are providing. So let's look at Amazon, for example. Amazon gets revenue through one-time sales. You go to the platform, you buy, that's one time. And then through subscriptions also. The subscription model to get revenue from their buyers. How do they get revenue? From sellers. So you need to decide how you will capture revenue from every of the customer segments. How you capture revenue from the buyer, how you capture revenue from the seller. I welcome those who are in. Adekunle Ajisola, Mr. Semi Akiwumi, you're welcome. So you can capture revenue from each of the customer segments. So Amazon capture revenue from the buyers, from the sellers. How they capture revenue from the sellers? Through commission on sales. So for every sale, they have a commission. Then they also capture revenue from the developers. That one is pay-per-use, and also through subscription. Netflix capture revenue by subscription. The subscription model is one model that if you have a SaaS service, that means you have software as a service. Maybe we are all of these email marketing platform, CRM platforms. If you are rendering software as a service, you should be looking at subscription-based. If you are running any coaching program, also having a community where people subscribe is one fantastic way to have scalable revenue, because having monthly subscription-based gives you continuous revenue throughout the year. And that is how some of these platforms capture revenue. Netflix does that. They have different packages. Even Zoom that we are on here now, this is subscription-based. The basic plan is free, but there is little what you can access on the basic plan. For you to get more value, you need to upgrade. So Netflix uses subscription. Uber, gets their value through percent per ride. That means they charge a particular percentage, of the ride fee. So the next is the key resources. What are the key resources that you need for your business? Because key resources are important. You need resources. Resources are the raw materials through which a business model runs. So resources can be physical resources. It could be a physical building. It could be art systems, maybe furniture, a laptop. Those could be resources. Resources can be knowledge or intellectual resource, or skills. You need a software engineer who is skillful, let's say in web design. Like, for example, now the engineers at Apple, they are very skillful at what they do. You understand? So you need resources. It can be intellectual capabilities. It can be financials. For example, banks need money. Banks is money is a key resource for the banking industry. We learned that they want to start printing, new notes for our denominations now. So that is a key resource also. The human resource, you need people also. These are key resources. You need to identify what are the key resources that you need for your business model to run. For example, Amazon, the key resources that they need is a technology infrastructure. They need that tech infrastructure, that platform, that online marketplace. They need that platform to connect the retailers with the buyers and with the developers. You understand? Their warehouse is one key resource that Amazon needs, because all of their goods is stored up in the warehouse. Once you place order, they're on the go. The logistics companies on the go to deliver those products to you. That is a key resource. The Amazon brand is a key resource for them also. They keep investing. Yes, like you lesson, Mr. Lufunshaw, yes. So they keep investing, in their brand, providing delightful customer experience, going above and beyond to meet the customer's need. Then Netflix, for their own key resource, is their platform too. The Netflix platform, their app, and their movie portfolio. They keep getting more licensing. They keep getting movie licenses, and ensuring that they are, hundreds of thousands of movies in their portfolio for their viewers to get access into. Then what about Uber also? Uber invests in their tech platform. I'm going to share more on this next weekend also. If you're having a model in this century, you must tech adoption is one fundamental element you need to have for you to scale your business. In this century, you cannot afford not to adopt technology into your business model. You can see all of these platforms, they are all taking advantage of technology. And I can say this OR, that these companies will not be where they are today if they're not adopting technology. So if they're scaling through tech adoption, you also must be thinking of how you can scale your business by tech adoption. Don't say tech is for them, it's not for me. No, except if you don't want to scale your business. So they invest in their tech platform as a key resource. Then network of drivers, people, they need drivers. That is a key resource that Uber also needs, for them to scale their business. Then the next is the key activities. What are the key activities that you need for your business to run? What are the key activities? What are the key things that you are doing? And key activities can be in 3 categories. You can have production. If you're a manufacturing industry, you are producing. Oh, BMW produces cars. Oh, you are a shoe company, you are producing shoes. You are a clothing company, you are producing clothes. So production is one category. Then problem solving. If you're a consultant, somebody like us, a consultant, you are solving problem through knowledge sharing. That can be a key activity. Platforms, creating a platform. Like you have Facebook that creates a social platform. You have Amazon that creates a service platform, an online marketplace, can be a key activity. Keep creating platforms that allows you, connect your different customer segments. Your key activities can also be marketing. It can be sales, it can be customer service, it can be research and development. Research, you are constantly researching and thinking of product that you can design, product development. You're constantly researching on how you can upgrade your product to better serve your customers. And if you see, almost all of the companies that we engage in, even our phone industries, they keep upgrading and designing new products. Recently, iPhone 14 is out. We have different models, of iPhones. What are they doing? They are researching and understanding the customer's needs. And once they understand those needs, they create products or they upgrade existing product to meet the current needs of the customers. So these are the key activities that your business, your business model needs. So you need to list those key activities. What are the things that you'll be doing that will keep your business running? So for Amazon, for example, one of their key activities is logistics. Logistics. They need logistics. They need logistics, to deliver their products when order is made, to ensure that the order is delivered. Then platform development. They need to develop the platform, that marketplace, where that community, where they can connect buyers with retailers. And then maintenance. They need to constantly maintain the platform, because if the platform should go down for a day, you know what that means? They are losing millions. They're losing millions. So they need to engage the service of software engineers who will ensure that the platform keeps running. And then Netflix, what are their key activities? Production. They keep producing movies. They have Netflix copyright movies that they keep producing. And licensing. They give licenses also, for their movies. Development of their platform. That Netflix platform is a key activity. Maintaining that platform, servicing that platform to see that platform keeps running, And then for Uber, the same thing. Platform development, customer support. They keep providing the support that the customer needs, attending to customers' complaints and all of that. Then marketing also. They market, to get new drivers. So what are the key activities that are in your own business too? What are the key activities that will keep your business running? You need to know them. Then the next is the key partners. Who are your key partners? Who are the partners that you need to create, that need to build alliances with to allow your business run? Partners can be suppliers. They can be strategic alliances. They can be joint ventures. You can have a joint partnership. It can be buyers. It can be acquisitions. You understand? So these are the different key partners. Like for example, now if you're a bread seller now, a key partner is a supplier, a bakery. A bakery shall be a key partner. You understand? Some of these platforms, like for example, Uber, they have key partners like the APIs. The map APIs, Google Map, as a key partner, to help them, to help their drivers navigate their way during the journey. Payment processors that allow them process, payment. Once you pay, to process the payment. These are key partners. I have key partners that I use also for payment processors. Like I use Paystack, I use Seller. So you need to know the key partners For Amazon, their key partners are their logistics companies that will help them, distribute and deliver their product to the users, and then for Netflix, consumer electronics, cable companies, broadcasters, producers, these are their key partners. They need to work with these producers to produce movies. So you need to know who your key partner is, because your business cannot survive without these partners. And then the last element under this is the cost structure. The cost structure talks about what are the things that you are spending money on to keep your business running. How is money flowing away from your business? And it can be fixed costs, maybe like equipment or like buildings. It can be variable costs, costs that comes with the day-to-day running of the business. You can have economies of scale. You can incur costs from economies of scale. That means producing reduction in the cost of production due to higher output. The more you produce, the lower the cost of production. So you need to know what economy of scale value is. You can also have economy of scope. Economy of scope is if they are producing products across different industries. Like, for example, now Samsung operates economies of scope. They produce some of the 90% of semiconductors that all of these other phones use, are produced by Samsung. Semiconductors that you have in iPhone, in even the Android phones, and all of these to the lens, to the screen, to the panel. They provide a range of products across different industries, and that is why that is why Samsung is a major player. Even Apple, gets their supply from Samsung. So why Samsung operates an economy of scope, and this will cost them. They have to involve spend billions to invest in getting this done. So you need to know what your cost structure is. What are the things that you need for your business to run, and that would ensure that keep spending money on these things and keep your business running. So these are the elements. So for Amazon, for example, their cost structure is their warehouse. They invest money in acquiring a warehouse. They invest money in training their staff. They invest money on their digital infrastructure, setting up the platform. For Netflix, they invest money also. They spend money on their tech development, their platform, on production. They keep producing movies and licensing. And then Uber, also their tech platform. They invest in keeping that platform running. They invest in marketing and also in salaries, paying employees. For you also, it could be paying salaries, paying workers, and all of that. All of this could be, your cost structure. So these elements are key for your business to run effortlessly. So those are the essential elements of a business model. So so one other element that we have here that is not on that, I'll just pick those briefly, and then we take one or two questions, and then we call it a day, a night here. So unfair advantage in link canvas, you have an unfair advantage there. What is your unfair advantage? What is that thing that cannot be easily copied or bought? You need to have something that the customer cannot, that your competitors cannot easily copy or buy. It could be your knowledge, your capabilities. It could be a patent. Like, for example, for Coca-Cola, for example, their trade secrets, that Coca-Cola taste is an unfair advantage. For Apple, for example, the capabilities of their software engineers is the unfair advantage. That customized software, that iOS, the Apple iOS, is an unfair advantage, because unlike Android that can be replicated on different phones, you can't even break that operating system. And that makes them unique, because you can't buy that in the market. Computers cannot buy that. So you need to have an unfair advantage that makes your business stand out from the crowd. And then key metrics. What is your key metrics? Your fair advantage can also be an asset. You can buy an equipment. Like, there are some hospitals who have some NMR equipment, for performing some high-tech surgeons, or highly sophisticated surgeons that others cannot afford. That is an unfair advantage, because it is not common in the market. Then key metrics. Your key metrics are the activities that you measure. Is like related to like key activities, but it is different, because your key metrics are the success factors the critical success factors. What are the things that you measure that will show that your business is doing well? Like, for example, if you own a school, for example, your key metrics could be the number of students. The more number of students that you have, the more your business grows. You understand? So if you are a digital product marketer, for example, now you create digital products, the number of sales that you have, or the number of copies of your books that you print, is a key metric, because the more you print and the more sales you have from your products, the more success your business becomes. It could be the number of clients that you have your coaching program every year. So you need to know what are the things that you will measure. That if this thing drops, it shows that the revenue you generate from your business drops. If it increases, the revenue also increases. So I'll just stop there now and I'll allow EJ to take 1 or 2 questions, and then I'll give an announcement and we are done. Yes, EJ, over to you. Yes. You can unmute right now, EJ. EJ, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. EJ, it seems you're having network glitch from there. Yes, so that was my session. While we wait for EJ to come up, if you have questions or contributions, okay, EJ is back.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I'm sorry. I think my network is wobbly. I'm so sorry about that.
It's all right.
So, any questions in the house? Anyone with question? Do we have any questions in the house?
If you have any questions, yes, you can raise
Okay,
your hand.
Olufunsho, yeah, Olufunsho is raising her hands. Please kindly unmute her so that she can ask her question.
Okay.
Yeah, my question goes to this issue of the unfair advantage, really, because sometimes you look at the market that you want to go into, and it looks like the market's flooded already. So how do you really come in with that unique selling point? For instance, now in the field that I'm in the area of helping children, because one of the things that I know I do so well is working with children in the area of being able to pass their Cambridge exams and just teaching literacy in such a way that it's not just the download and pour kind of a thing that we have in the Nigerian curriculum, but actually teaching children skills in the area of being able to answer comprehension questions, actually seeing it as a skill and not something that, children just need to cram. I have a way I do that thing, but so does a number of other people that I've met during conferences at different schools and all that. So when that is what you have, and a lot of people seem to be able to do the same thing already. So where is my unfair advantage in that? That's question one. Then question two, I remember one of the sessions that we had once where you said that businesses don't fail, or is the business model that fails. Well, I'm looking at some of the key things that we've highlighted tonight, and sincerely, there are some businesses where I've seen people do that, and at the end of the day, things still don't work. So I'm like, so what's going on? For instance, I used to have a place where I was doing after school in the GRA, and this woman, she had run this school starting point for like 20 years. And after a while, she just left it, and she said she was going back to the island because she actually stayed in the island, but the school was in the GRA. Even though one of the things I can see is the fact that she changed location. Okay, so she actually moved from the main road on Joel Lugunaike, and she went to somewhere in Oduduwa Crescent. So I don't know, could that have been the problem that she had? But when I look at people like her, and I'm like, after 20 years of running this school and you are folding up because you are not getting clientele, what really is the problem? So those are my two questions, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Now, yeah, these are two apt questions. I'm not surprised with the first question, your fair advantage. Even when I work with clients, that is one area that they struggle with. How do I get on fair advantage? If I was, some people will leave that section, open and I don't know what my fair advantage is. Now, your fair advantage must have 4 key elements mentioned here now. It must be sharp. Sharp is an acronym that I've used over time. S, H, A, R, and P. So S means specialized. So an unfair advantage can be a specialized knowledge. Now, yes, they are doing that thing, but they cannot do it the way you do it. You need to create a framework. Like, for example, now, yeah, there are business consultants out there, who do structures and systems. But I've created a framework that you cannot find even on Google. You can't find it online. So your can be you creating the way you have been teaching now. Create a model, a specialized model of framework or a system around how you do it. That is so somebody goes through this model, through this framework, you will get desired results. That is one unfair advantage. Your specialized knowledge, specialized framework, that thing that is so unique to you that you cannot find it anywhere. So you can find an unfair advantage in that area. You may need to invest in taking even courses, specialized courses to develop that knowledge. That is an unfair advantage. Your fair advantage can be something that is hard to copy. That is the A, HA. It is hard to copy. What is that thing that you have that others cannot copy? One of them is your personality. Ms. Olufunso, your personality. They cannot teach the way you do it. Yes, they can be doing something, similar, but nobody they can never be too Olufunso can they find in the world.
Okay.
You understand? And that comes into the first one too. So you bring in your personality into your framework. Like when you come into me now, for example, there is something about me, about my person, that is different from every other person out there doing the same thing. You understand? You may go there, do it. By the time you come to me, go to my framework, you meet me, my person alone is an unfair advantage. You need to develop a unique personality. Yes, your person is an unfair advantage. You can make it an unfair advantage because some don't realize that. You can develop a unique framework, a unique personality that makes customers bond with you. That once they come once, they want to keep coming again. Your fair advantage can be something that is rare. Now, this is very, very important. Rare. In the market, yes, the market is crowded, but you can use a model. We use the Blue Ocean model for our clients. The Blue Ocean model where you have the ERR, C grid. The E is eliminate. What are the things that they are doing in the market that is so common that you can eliminate? What are the things that they are doing that they are blowing trouble that is not necessary that you can reduce? That is the R. The ER. The next R is what are the things that they are doing that is just normal that you as a person can raise? E, eliminate, R, reduce, the next R, raise. And then this is where the key is. C, what are the things that you can create that is not in the market? What are the things that you can create that does not really exist in the market? And that is why value innovation is at the key of your fair advantage. You have to keep innovating value. Apple came up with their iOS, which became an unfair advantage because you cannot crack, in fact, the cost of having to crack that operating system, because you, in fact, you won't even want to dare it. That is an unfair advantage. They invested in creating something unique that is not common in the market. So for you, I've mentioned this now, create a framework around how you provide your service, how you teach. You can build a framework around it. You can build a system around it. Then infuse your personality into it. Then find out some other value-added services that people are not offering that you can begin to bring into place. They can begin to bring on board that will make you different from others. I don't know if that makes sense.
Fantastic. It definitely shows me that unfair advantage is something that somebody has to sit down and really think through and
Yes.
create, looking at this blue ocean thing and then the sharp one as well is
Yes.
something that you really have to sit down and create in a unique way. Thank you, sir.
Yes, if you can combine the two, it gives you that powerful unfair advantage, that others cannot copy. I shared my experience when I started the school business. My unfair advantage was having a doctor as a school owner. You rarely find that. Creating a consulting firm that consult for other schools. Maybe you just see one or two few schools, and maybe the eyebrow schools having such. That's an unfair advantage. Hard to copy. If it's very easy, go and start your consulting firm as a school. You understand? So, and then the second business that failed, it is still their model that failed. Yes, it is not the business that failed, it is still their model that failed. I may not be able to give insight into why that happened because we need to have an assessment to understand, get data about what happened, but it's still their model that failed because there are times that businesses fail to adapt. Businesses fail to study the market before making some innovation or before making some moves. You can't just change your location because you feel like you need to relocate without considering the market. You understand? So we need to do an analysis to find out why that business failed, but it is not the business that still failed, it is the model, the inability for them to adapt their model or to create the model that meets the current needs of the market. One thing you need to know is that the market, the customers' needs are changing. In fact, people's needs before COVID is different from their needs after COVID. So if you're using a framework you used during COVID, after COVID, you're your own, my brother. Okay. I don't know if there's any other questions, so we can wrap up now. And then I'll give the announcement for the next meeting.
Yeah,
Yes.
fantastic. All right. Yes. Thank you so much, Coach Adeleke. Thank you so much. And thank you to all our executives who were able to make it. Mr. Larry Ortega, Madam Olufunshaw, thank you so much. Semiu Akinwumi and Adekunle Ajisola, thank you so much. I hope that you found this very, very valuable. And I hope that you're going to at least, apply it, because that's the whole point of doing this. That's the point of going through this coaching program, is so that you can apply it to your business. And like I said on the group, I don't know if anybody is new here, please take advantage of this time. Take advantage. Oh, we have only 2 months to go. Take advantage now and ask all the questions that you can ask Coach Adeleke and start to apply them. Work on your Canva and send it back to Coach Adeleke to look at it so that he can give you feedback. I mean, that's how we get better. And the beautiful thing about the Canva is that it's not set in stone. Just like the last point he made, adaptability, right? You can always adapt. You can always go back. I mean, the first one, because I'm working with Coach Adeleke one-on-one, and it's been an amazing journey for me. I mean, the first time I worked on this myself, right? I thought I did good until I went back. I showed it to him, and he pointed out some things. And then he said, you know what, let's go with data. And we did a survey, and I did a survey. And by the time I used the answers from the survey to fill this thing, it made more sense. It made a lot of sense. So this is the way that we can really apply this and make it count, is by actually doing it. It's not by knowing it, because knowing it or understanding it, just as he has explained it now, is different from actually applying it to your own business, because no two Canvas can be the same, because especially for that unfair advantage or value proposition, that already sets it apart. Even if we have similar channels, if we have similar problems, if we have similar people that we serve, our value proposition cannot be the same. The way we want to prefer solution to that problem cannot be the same. And that's why it's unique still. So please do the work and let us gain more. God bless you. Thank you so much, Dr. Adeleke, for doing this. Yeah.
As we wrap up now, we share this link to this Canvas on the group. You fill it, and within 7 days, for those who are able to submit their Canvas within 7 days, I will have a 1-hour session with them to look at their Canvas. Within 7 days, my 1 hour is $150. It's $150, but I'll give that 1 hour for free for those able to work on their Canvas within 7 days. So I will share on the group, and then so you can work on it. I will send my email, you submit it there, and then we'll create a session to work on it. Then this next weekend, we're having a summit Saturday and Sunday. please, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m., the 10X Revenue Summit. You don't want to miss. I'm going to show you how I apply this model to 10X our revenue for this year. You don't want to miss that next week, Saturday and Sunday. Okay, thank you all for your time. It's been an amazing time. I think we can all go now. Okay. Yes, so thank you, everyone. Do have a
Yes,
restful
sir.
night.
Thank you.
We continue on the group. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Good night. Have a
Good
great week.
night,
Bye.
everyone. Bye.
Yeah.